A few other people. Senator Higgins, then Deputy Smith.
I may have to leave at half 11. But
oh, well, if Senator Higgins is happy.
Yeah, just
Deputy
very quick
Smith.
questions, because I'm brand new to the committee and I don't know the history and the legacy of all this. But I often go on first impressions, and my first impression is that there's a huge irony in having the chairperson of the Citizens Information Board being very reluctant to give information to those who are elected by the citizens, and that's my impression of it. And I understand what you're saying, that this KHSK document you say is very technical, that is full of economic speak, which is like lawyer speak, which is like doctor speak. If that's the case, I haven't read it. I'm going to have real difficulty reading this if that's what it's full of. An explanatory document attached to it would be very helpful, I would think, not just to deputies and senators, but to those who are at the front line of delivering the services. That's just my view. But could you tell me who the KHSK are? Because you also mentioned the KPMG consultancy firm. Are they the same thing? Are these a branch of them? I've never heard of these before, and I'm just asking the question. It may well have been asked of you before by other deputies in the past, but it strikes me as quite an unusual selection. And did you put this out to tender, and why were they chosen as against anyone else? That's just a couple of things for me. But an observation as somebody who is on the ground and has been talking to MAB services in Dublin South Central, an observation would be that the concern about this restructuring goes beyond the members of the boards, it goes into the staff, and it's also an issue that the wider community who avail of the services are concerned about. They're not kicking up a stink, and they're not going to have a revolution, and they're not going to upset your plan, I doubt, but there is a wider concern than what you're indicating. And I would think that if that concern runs deep and is widespread, then naturally information about minutes is going to leak out. We don't live under Joe Stalin, and people do talk. So I just would like to just ask those couple of questions, and I'm afraid I'm in a hurry to go.
You want to answer briefly? Yes.
I am not reluctant to give information that I can give in the public domain. We came in here in February and we gave every background document to all of this. This has been going on for years. We gave every background document to it. This committee disagrees with our decision to go ahead with the reorganisation. I accept that. This committee is entitled to disagree with it. However, we have the statutory responsibility, and we're going ahead with the reorganisation. This committee asked us to have an economic or a cost-benefit analysis done. We went out to tender in the normal way, and this group, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I never heard of before they tendered for this operation. They're not KPMG. They are a reputable firm of economic consultants, and this is the form that a cost-benefit analysis takes. Now, I accept that it is difficult enough to understand. I think I understand it myself, but it is not an easy read, any more than any other cost-benefit analysis would be an easy read. But it is what this committee asked for. It was properly procured. It was the normal procurement operations, the normal procurement considerations were taken into account, and they won the tender. It's as simple as that. I can't, I suppose, I can't say any more about it than that. The interaction between the CIB staff and the staff of the various services would suggest to us that the staff are actually quite, in general, I'm sure there are some who aren't, but in general, the staff are quite well disposed towards this, because among other things, it greatly enhances their career prospects. They will be able to have opportunities to progress through the different services. At present, they are each member of staff is employed by a small organisation. When this is all implemented, they will have a much wider possibility of progressing through the organisation. So all in all, this is very good for staff. There is no question of any staff being changed from their present position if they don't want to be changed. So it's a good
concerns. They do have concerns, because it wouldn't be coming back to us. We're not lying to you. Staff have concerns. So how they're going to be addressed, how they are being addressed, I don't know. I am a trade unionist, and there are ways of negotiating and all that, but I don't think they're concerned about their own jobs. I think they're concerned about the delivery of the MAB services. That's my impression.
Okay, if you say so, I accept what you say.
Senator Higgins, please.
Thank you very much.